to a new episode of TypeScript Tea Time. I'm your host, Mirko, and I wish you a warm welcome and enjoy your time. First of all, have a cup of tea. Here you go. Today we are going to continue essentially where we left off yesterday with our little our app, or let's say, let me show this on screen maybe. So this was basically the day before yesterday, the status of that. And okay, that's where we are going to continue essentially, except that some things have changed. So today is more of a back-end heavy day, I think. So we have some more comfort stuff. Particular, so there's a bug that when the party actually dies, the whole thing crashes, which is of course not ideal. Then when we want to persist the battles, and we also want to or the event log of the battles, and we also want to expose them so that it's easier to actually look at them. One small little thing that I have here is kind of a cron job. Auto backup database after stream. Not sure whether we are going to do that, but what we are definitely going to do is disable joining twice. That's an important one, I think. So let's write our to-do list here. Let's say we want to disallow joining twice. I think that's the first one that we are doing, and I'm also moving that one into the doing column. Then we want to have a new one, fix bug when party dies, and we have a to-do persist battles and to-do expose battles on get/battle. Battles. Yeah. So that's what we're aiming to do today. And after that, well, let's see how far we get and whether we can actually get all of it done and maybe work even on something else. I see that I still have something pushed here. Okay, that's just debugging stuff, and that's just it. So let's push the commit from yesterday. And that also means we are most of the time going to work on the server side. Means I'm gonna open server side here, probably even close the front end because we don't need it that much. And then we're gonna head out and try to disallow joining twice. That should be fairly straightforward, I think. So inside of the chatbot, this is, your voice is very low. I can try to move first of all this one over to here and then push up the gain some more. Good. First of all, welcome into the stream. Yes, Python, good to see you. So this is 8 decibel louder. Is this better, or should I do some more? What do you think? Any changes other than that's better? Okay, I can still move it slightly up, although I cannot hear myself in particular. Let me just make a small check here. Yeah, I think I will push it up slightly more. Let me see here. What's my filter? Press. Okay, like that maybe. Test. Yeah. Now I'm almost in the red part. So inside of OBS, maybe slightly less. Okay, like that maybe. Yeah, now it doesn't come into the red part. It's kind of in the center of the orange part. And I can hear myself as well. Perfect. All right. Thank you for the advice there. So today, summing up again, today kind of a backend day. First of all, we're disallowing that people can join twice. And from there, we go down the list probably. Assisting battles and then fixing a bug and then exposing stuff. Yes, Python, welcome in. I think it's the first time that I actually see you on stream, although you have been a follower for quite some time. Thank you so much. And welcome in. Have some tea. Let me, yeah. Here you go. Just imagine it being completely filled. You gotta use your fantasy, at least slightly. Yeah, of course you can. Let me... So it's easiest to just show you, I suppose. For that, let me start the front end here. /t-was. Thank you. And then start the server. Just give it a second here. So we are learning most importantly, but we are actually learning quite a lot. Oh wow, that's a hill giant for ya. This is our little game. We also have a complete backend, and this is our game that we're actually playing on stream. So if I let's play around together. I just need to disable the development code. Is it called main scene? Yeah, it is. So somewhere in here I have def enable true, false. We are developing a little game which we can play in Twitch chat. So you and me, as well as anybody else who wants to join. So as soon as I write ambushed into the chat, a monster will appear on this side and we have to defeat it. We are kind of the heroes in this world. We are kind of doing Final Fantasy style, or if you like, yeah, just general turn-based battles. The monster is going to attack, and then we are going to attack, and then the monster, and then we, and so on, until one of both is dead. What else? I guess that's from the front-end side, that's pretty much it. The cool thing is, so I'm going to !ambush, and I haven't started the backend. The cool part is everything is actually persisted. So our progress that we do make here, so whenever you join into our stream, we can have these battles and then you accumulate experience, you level up, you get stronger. I don't know, at some point you might be able to buy more equipment or whatever. And yeah, thereby have a kind of multiplayer game. Let me see, this should now work. Yeah, it's good. All right, so now the general rules are this. So as soon as I write !ambush, which I do now, a monster will appear. In this case, it's a Hydra. Now the battle has actually started. We now have to do !join to join the battle. And then you see my character there on screen. He actually has persisted HP. which means or permanent HP, which means even if this battle ends, it will be persisted, and next time we play together, for example, next stream, we will see that, well, he's still half dead and about to die, actually. Then, yeah, so if you do !join here with me, then I'm hopefully not going to die because it's getting very, very dangerous for me here. Yeah, and then currently we can just !attack to actually attack the monster. I think I actually died. No, I still have 8 HP left. You cannot really see it, but there is just a very tiny bit. So !join into the chat. Then your character will appear here on stream. And we can battle against the Hydra together. As soon as the Hydra actually kills me, which will probably happen in a second, we will see the bug which is here, which I have here, the fix bug when party dies. I think it did die, and there you go. This is one bug that we're having. And I think the only way to actually fix it is to give myself some HP back. Which, fortunately, so we have a REST API in the background, so I can just give myself 75 HP here, for example. There we go. And now I live again. The battle also has ended, actually. That's the project that we are working on. In the course of that, we actually have learned a lot. We used Express.js, and on top of that, we are actually using NestJS. All of it is written in TypeScript. We use Mongoose and MongoDB. So the Mongoose is a schema for MongoDB, and even on top of that, we use TypeGoose, which I don't recommend doing again, to be honest, because Mongoose by now is good enough. In particular, the compatibility with TypeScript has been improved in the last year, I think. So that's one thing. We're also using Socket.io and WebSockets to do a seamless and live connection. And we're also using TMI.js to actually listen to Twitch chat and then react to your inputs. What else? We also have an episode, although I don't, most of the time I don't do that on stream, on DevOps, where we use AWS Cloud Development Kit to deploy everything to AWS. So we set up with only code, set up a document DB, which is Mongo essentially. We also set up, I think, essentially a Docker container, and run that Docker container on AWS. And that was kind of our production. It turned out, though, that it costs €4 per day. And for a free-time project, spending €4 times 30 days, $120 per month, is slightly much. So I kind of shut it down again, and now I'm basically just running it locally with the database being persisted. Yeah, so that's our project. And now if you have any other questions or you want to play another round, just let me know. Other than that, I will now go into the backend and try to fix the bug that we just saw, which, oh no, first of all, we are going to disallow joining twice. So in here, the chatbot is essentially the part that is listening to Twitch chat and then converting it into actual commands, like it has so we have a domain model, like an adventurer or adventurers. We have the party, which is essentially just an array of of adventurers. We have the monster and we have a battle. And that's basically our domain. And the chatbot connects both the domain with our transport layer, which is, or our input layer, let's say, which is Twitch chat. So, and that's happening here inside of handle message. So up here we see the TM inside of the chatbot. In the constructor we see the TMI client, and then we call this handle message function whenever we receive a message or whenever somebody writes into Twitch chat, essentially. And then this function gets called. We see the message as well as the username, and we use that a lot. For example, we have this join command, or the ambush command, first of all, which starts the battle. We have the join command, which, well, that's a user join, and that's what we're going to work on in a second. Once he has joined, or she can start attacking the monster, and this is basically for debugging, so that we can actually quickly end the battle, the fleeing part. We want to see whether joining actually works. So if this dot battle dot party, do we not have it? Battle dot join. Ah, okay. Then let's maybe do it like this. So we have to say whether this works or not. So we might just throw right here, I guess. So if this dot party dot includes or dot map, and we map, I think we can use some. So some adventurer maps to what he says. Is that correct, actually? We get the adventurer. If somebody matches the adventurer's username, then do something. That's where we say throw new error already in the party. Look at Copilot doing its thing here. This is amazing. Copilot. So now this function can actually throw, and right here we can now say try catch. Try catch if error dot already in the party. Error dot includes error dot message dot includes already in the party, then everything is fine, right? So in other words, this one we want to ignore. Otherwise, throw the error. Yeah, I think that's about it. And this should make it that you cannot join twice. So if let's see, why is this one not running? Okay. So if I do !ambush now, and I say !join, then this works. And if I do !join again, it throws. Okay, unhandled rejection, error.message.include is not a function. Huh? Why not? JS string includes, or is it contains? No, it includes. Because I wrote include, it must be includes. So this error is of type as error. And now we know a message is actually a string, and now we have proper TypeScript support. Okay, thank you. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do, but it's still here. Okay, perfect. Oh, my bad, you didn't see anything. Let me reload. And then we do another ambush, and we do a join once, and we do a join again. And this time, nothing happens, as you can see. Which one is the right one? This one. We still have a promise rejection. Why not? Why? TypeScript T time is already in the party. Yeah, but we catch you. Ah, okay. Else. Throw the error. Okay. But other than that, I think it looked correct. Here. Reload once. And then we do once more exclamation mark ambush, and we say exclamation mark join once, and we do exclamation mark join again. And hopefully, this time it just works. Perfect. Now, one more thing here. What happens if somebody is actually dead? What happens if somebody is actually dead? So maybe let's put that on the to-do list. Handle don't attack that character. Up. So let's see. I mean, I think we did it, right? This is essentially done. Disallow. I think that one's done. And now let's put into doing the one with don't attack that adventurous. Ah, okay, that's essentially the same bug as. Okay, then let's put the bug into doing. And from there we continue. Let us see here. Yeah, so we have to understand what actually happens when the party is killed. I think we do have, like in the README, we do have a note of what the actual error is. We see this.log.push adventurer killed. Doesn't work. So coming back here, this line doesn't work anymore. This.log is not defined. Because it's this.subscript log. Well, that was easy. TypeScript didn't notice that this is actually not something that we can get, which is interesting. Do we have a getter for that? No, we don't, apparently. Interesting. Interesting. What? I'm confused now about the how this works. Let's just do this for a second here. So we build a new adventurer. We can actually access the log, which is annoying, which is not what I want. That's not quite what I wanted. Okay. So TypeScript's getters and setters work different from what I expected. So let us maybe do this. So here we use the setter. Here too. I think in this case we just, so what I hoped was when I only define public set log, then everything is, it doesn't propose to use it as a getter, but it does, which is annoying. So probably we just want to have instead public set log, and this way we avoid an error such as what we did here, because now it says properly, okay, it doesn't have this property, which is what we want. In other words, can actually rename this variable and make everything look slightly nicer. The downside to this is we have to change some code here. We have to say .set log. And we also have one more, set log of log spams, and that's it. Sweet. Yep, I think that's about it. So this does solve our problem that this one variable is not defined. It still, at least for me, doesn't completely solve the problem of what does actually happen if the battle ends. Maybe we can look at that in some more detail. So is it in chatbot service? So poll battle logs. If the battle ends, there we go. If battle ends, then end battle. Okay. So in that case, we clear this interval, which means the main loop will not run anymore. We end the battle, which clears the interval and sets the game loop to 0. And that's about it, huh? It also removes the battle. Okay, I think by now it might be easier to just see what happens. Yeah, let's just try it, I guess. So to do that, I will give myself a full 1 HP. Bams. And now we have to just reload this and see what happens. So if we get another ambush and we join the battle, then as you can see, I pretty much have zero HP here. And now something will happen. I don't know what, but we will see. We will see. We do have to. No, we don't need to display this. Actually, we just look here and that's it. 0 HP left. It actually hit me only for 1 damage. Sweet. What a coincidence. Oh no, task time has been killed. Now what? Is that it? I think we have a new to-do actually. To-do. Because looking at this, we already have a to-do for do not attack. Right? Do not attack that adventurers. That's actually on the front end part. And we have a to-do, I don't know, rotate. Let's see, adventurer falls down if that. What I don't understand, apparently the monster is still attacking, huh? Yeah, the monster is still attacking. That's not what we want. So we did fix one bug, but we didn't quite fix everything. So I suppose we just leave it in green, the to-do. And then look at what actually happens here. So we should clear this interval, which means the game loop stops. And then everything is good. Why does it not clear the interval? That's confusing to me. Node.js timeout, clear interval, and we have global.setInterval. Do we have to use global dot? I don't think so, but apparently at least something is wrong, right? So we have to change something, whatever it is. Reload here. And now if we give ourselves another 1 HP and do another ambush, and I will join again. There's TypeScript T time. For whatever reason, log length is 1. Should be 2. Interesting. And now, at some point, the monster will attack us. There it is. And now in a few seconds, like 20 seconds more, well, I think it's 30 seconds, we will actually get maybe hit again, but maybe not. Because actually the battle should have ended now. Maybe clear interval doesn't trigger because we set the battle to 0 here immediately. Is that it? Why does this one not work? I don't think that's the issue, to be honest. Why if this dot game loop? So we should call this, right? Do we have a debugger properly set up? I don't think so, unfortunately. After that log. Reached and battle. And then, so maybe we also log game loop, and we say this dot game loop. Hi Cenobite, can you say something in chat, because it's I think it's the third time that you're subscribing, which makes it slightly awkward. I mean, I'm glad that you're back, of course. It is slightly confusing though. So we are currently trying to fix a bug which when the party actually dies, the monster still tries to attack, which is of course not what we want. So Cenobite, please say something in chat, otherwise I will probably report you and block you to avoid unwanted bots. So ambush once more. We should. Oh, did I reload it? I don't know. Well, that should be fine. And then join me. There. We have it. When does this actually get called? If this dot monster is dead. Wait. Wait. Here we go. Our party kill condition is wrong. Because we do not actually delete the party members. We just say that they have less than 0 HP. So what we probably want here is dot filter. We filter the party, and we filter it by so const remaining adventurers or live adventurers is equal to this dot party dot filter adventurer maps to adventurer dot h. Not that. I think that's about it. And then, so inside of the adventurer, we can actually have like a get, which does this. Where do we have it? Adventurer schema. Here we just define a public get dead, which says, okay, if this .hp is less or equal to 0, then you're dead, otherwise you're not. Do we have that already somewhere? Here. If this .dead less or equal to 0. We also have it on the monster, but that's fine. Oh, we do have public get is dead already there. Perfect. Then let's call this is dead. and everyone is happy. So if the adventurer, we take all the alive adventurers and we take only those dot length one. So we pick a random one. What do you want? Okay, it's just Linda complaining here. If there is no random adventurer, that means the party is completely done. We can probably also just do this. If not, alive.adventurers.length. Or let's do is empty of alive adventurers. Then the party is killed and we end the battle. Otherwise, pick a random adventurer and we know it exists, and the monster will attack him or her. My lovely lady arms. I like it. I think that's about it. I think that should be it. Let's try. So I open the browser here. Exclamation mark ambush for one last time to fix this bug. There's a stone giant attacking us. I will join against even in my dead condition. There we go. I join with exactly 1 HP apparently. Now, when he attacks me, we should see, well, an attack. There it is. Adventurer killed. And the next one will only trigger after, once the party is completely done, huh? So only on the next turn. I think that's also annoying, to be honest. Let's make it immediate. So whenever we go through this list once more. Well, actually, we only, let's see. Yeah, we go through the list once more and say, okay, now the battle is actually done. Don't do anything anymore. Defeat. There it is. Game new timeout is fine. There it is. Party killed. And I suppose now everything is fine. So on tick, let's see here. One last check for the alive adventurers, huh? This.end battle. So we can clear that one definitely. Log length for whatever reason is only 1 all the time. Called automatically. Wait, what? Why is it called automatically? That's stupid. That's probably a leftover from update or something. Wait. How does the chatbot actually integrate with it? There it is. And battle. When do we call this? Battle ended. if monster killed or party killed, then the battle ended. I see. So what we probably want is called from external. And right here, we actually don't end this battle. We just say, that's it. Right? And now, so we do push this log, which means this dude here, the chatbot, will receive the party killed event. And as soon as that actually happens, it ends the battle. And everybody lived happily ever after, I guess. Wait. Where does this callback come from? Ah, okay. I think I understand now. So this one gets called automatically every 10 milliseconds, which is often enough, I suppose. So if we just reload here, I think now we've got it completely. I mean, we did have it fixed like already, but we even improved it. Just once more. Join me again. And what does actually happen now? Now that the will just return. No, I think it will just work. It will now, the game loop will start at some point, and the monster wants to attack. It tries to look at the party and find an alive adventurer that it can attack, but it doesn't find any, which means the battle will push a new log that the party was defeated. Here, party killed. And on the other hand, this will be catched on the higher level, and then the attack will just finish. So it will not actually attack. It will just say, oh, there is nothing else. I've won. That's what the monster does. On the other hand, we have the chatbot, which looks and pulls the messages from the battle log and says, oh, I've got this new message. In that case, on the one hand, send it to the front end. The party was actually killed. And also, okay, then I end this battle now. And it handles the ending the battle within like the next few milliseconds. Which means I think we've got it now. That said, let us look at these few changes that we did. This one is just a refactor. This one is the actual logic. So we get only the alive adventurers. Actually, this is another nice thing. We might actually make the party an actual object. Then we can here we just say this dot party dot alive adventurers. Here we just say this dot party dot unblock attacks. And this one we can probably also make nicer. Yeah, well, not now, but whatever. Maybe later. So, do we use this clear interval more often? The wrong key. Clear interval. We always call it with global. Perfect. Just to be sure. What else do we have here? We did change this one thing so that so actually what we did change is that this setLog is now an actual setLog method and not just a setter. And the reason for that is that TypeScript didn't notice that we don't actually have a get, which means this call down here actually failed because previously it said just this.log. Wait. Oh, okay, now it's renamed. Okay, perfect. So this one is fine. These are just set logs. And this one just says global. And here we catch the error. Expected error, ignored. Yep. So if we have an already in the party, somebody cannot join twice. Maybe we just say a console.log. Who's his? What's the username there? Zack. Username cannot join twice. Cannot join twice. Oh, can only join once. There we go. Maybe we also say that it's actually ignoring the second attempt. Yep. There's still this, what is it, log count? Somewhere here is a console.log, which I don't quite understand. There it is. Append logs. I think we just do it like this. Perfect. Okie dokie. And this concludes our backend bug when the party dies. And also concludes our backend disallowed join. And I say, yes, please stage that, and also just see what this is. Debugging, whatever. Let's just put it here. Episode 23, we have fix bug, fix bug or fix party dies. There we go. Okay, that's just an entire complaining, whatever. Okay, meaning we have one more to do actually and done. Fix bug. There it is. Didn't we solve one more? Don't attack that adventurous. Yeah, I think we also do have this one we also did at the same time. So we can push that into done. There we go. Now, the next part is going to be fun. We want to expose the battles on /battles, and we want to persist that one too. Maybe let's do the falling down first. Oops. Benchmark doing fall. There we go. So what I want is that when the character actually dies, it should do kind of this. Just to signify that he's actually dead. That shouldn't be too hard. I think we can also remove this fun stuff. And how do we do that? We go into the front end, which is possibly still running here. Yeah. And yeah, there we go. And in the adventurer, we just say, so if this dot dead, then we can say, okay, you have now a private get dead, which is a function which says this dot. Oh, he doesn't even know his own HP, huh? So far, he doesn't. Okay. Private HP. This dot HP dot is less than 0, and that's what we return. Let's call it isDead so that it's actually consistent with the backend. And if that's the case, we want to have, we already have this dot die. Wait. We already have this dot die. Die is just not called. Die is never called. Why not? Adventurer receives damage. Take some damage. So here the adventurer takes some damage. And here we should also say if this dot is dead, then this dot die. Oops, it's a function, we have to call it. And we're done. And I also want to have this, see, because we can still join when we are dead, which sounds silly, but it does make sense from the perspective of how we actually want to play, because people might, so other party members might heal the one character. That said, we can put this into the constructor, and now if we enable our debugging mode here, if enabled, and we just give them -4 HP, we should see a bunch of dead characters. There we go. Look at them napping in the sun. Yeah, that's that's how it works. Well, it works. It definitely tells you, okay, yes, this character is actually dead. So, good enough, I suppose. Good enough. That said, let's give them some HP back, and then also disable the debug mode again. And what we have now is these minor changes, but that's pretty much it. And this is just documentation. So we now have episode 22, and we have, what is it? I think it's an add, new functionality, player die animation. It's a beautiful animation. It's not even an animation, actually. they just pop, and all of a sudden they lie there in the ground. This is episode 22, dog cleanup. There you go. There we go. Okay, that's another one down. Exclamation, another one, das, yeah. Exclamation mark down. Webapps. Now, exclamation mark doing, I think, which one do we do first? First the get or first the persistent? Let me think. Distance. Let's go with the API first. So we say exclamation mark doing get. Does fuzzy search actually work with matching the small capital letters? I'm not actually sure. Gotta try that next time. And from there we go into the server. We go into the place where we actually have all the battles, which is the chatbot. And now does this actually, oh, okay, console log. And now what? We want to expose the battles on get/battles. So we probably need a new controller for that. And then use that one to push this stuff. Okay, that said, I think we're going to use nest, and we say generate me a first of all, it's a controller, which is called battle. Go for it. Oh, that didn't work. Can I read properties of undefined? Interesting. Maybe I have to use the local version of Nest. No. Nest node NestJS schematics controller minus name battle node dry run collection schematics language TS spec. Am I misusing the NestJS CLI usage? Nest generate schematic name. Do you have an example, please? Just an example. No, don't build something. Nest generate or example. Here we go. That's not it. Or do we have battle already? Battle log. Module. Okay, Nest doesn't like us anymore. Why? Nest CLI. Can I read property links? No. Properties of undefined. Or this one. It looks very, very, very similar. After deleting node modules, seriously? Let's remove the node modules here for a second, and then we do another install, and hopefully that fixes it. If not, well, we have to write the fun stuff ourselves. Shouldn't be too hard, but if we can avoid it, why shouldn't we not? Less work is good work. Node modules, come on. Now it has to download the in-memory MongoDB again. It takes a second here. There we go. And now I want to generate a module battle. Do we have battle log already? No. Battle log. core/module. Weird. Do we have any issues in package.json? So it definitely used to work. Schematics 7.3. Where are you different, schematics? And can you be npm of a npm? So they do have 8.0 out just recently, but I'm not going to upgrade to that one. That would just be stupid for me. So I do want schematics 7.3. But for whatever reason, what is happening here? Metadata manager. NestJS. Issue on module creation using CLI, git memory. Expected behavior. Creating the portfolio module. What is the solution? That's the important part here. Insert. How is this an answer? That's not an answer, friends. That's not an answer. This one looks good. That looks very, very similar. Connection is not private. That doesn't sound too good. This one maybe, but it's Webpack CLI, unfortunately. Canary property. This is the same one that we saw earlier? No, it's not. We would need this repository then, at least a minimal bar. He actually accidentally removed the decorator prefix add in my module file. Seriously? Nest CLI. Source root is source. That looks okay-ish. That one looked okay-ish. Man, it did work earlier. That's annoying. It's because of type goose. NestJS type goose might actually cause a problem. I don't think we had it last time. Maybe that's the issue. Other than that, cannot really think of anything in particular that might have changed and which is causing this. Catching stuff. TypeScript is fine, right? Yes. Compile once. Why? TypeScript is not fine. The end-to-end tests actually don't work anymore. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. We forgot to update them. Because they are not run on any CLI, I actually didn't notice. So something like that. I do think the default is 150 and 150, so probably have to set it like that. And same here. And the response is probably also like this. Why are you complaining? You can be optional. So we actually have to make these into these dudes. Because they can be optional, they are not definitely defined. So that's one more fixed. And of course he doesn't like me using TSExpect, that's okay. Do you not like TSExpect error? Include a description. Okay. Incorrect test incorrect type. Let's do it again. Top. That's good. Maybe now this works. Oh, why not? I mean, it's also good that we've actually fixed the yarn test end to end. It's in particular it's using. I think I haven't run this in quite some time, so probably this is going to fail. Yeah, this is failing terribly. Okay. Well, it's fixing some errors at least. This one is also nice. We still have no idea why Nest doesn't allow me to create this new module, which is a bummer. But I suppose I just have to create it myself. Battle. And inside of Battle, we probably just want to copy and paste most of the adventurous stuff, huh? Isn't that right? Think we do. But let's do it one by one. We definitely need the module, and we call it battle.module. We call it battle module. And when we say, okay, you know, all of that, because it's definitely not what you need. We do have a different type goose class, however, which is the battle. We remove all of these guys. And that's about it. So now we do battle.schema.ts. This is fun. Copy and pasting from here. Can remove most of it. So, and we call it battle instead. Bams. We actually want to, so we do already have a domain battle, but I doubt that we want to put everything inside of here. Now, do we? It might be a bit much. Yeah, it seems to be a bit much to me. So let's put it somewhere else. Which means, what does a battle actually have? They have like, let's see, they have a log, which is a string, an array of events. And they have public. This one is getting set. Is it? Sure. And they have like the party. But that's already a derived value, right? Actually, it's just the event log that we need to persist. Essentially going for event sourcing. And everything else can be derived from the events by doing things like, so this one gets an add prop. Is it add prop? Yeah. Default empty array. And anything else, we can do something like this. Public get party, which returns a party. Yes, so it actually returns an adventurer array. Whatever. And we do return this dot log dot filter, and we filter every type by join events. Event up. Oh, it's wrong event. Event. It thinks it's we are in the DOM. We are not in the DOM, definitely. It's called I event. Okay. Clever me. Actually called it I event in order to avoid the problem that we have the DOM event and incidentally use the wrong one. So now auto completion should work. We have the join event. There we go. And that's about it. This way we get the party. Now, now what? We somehow see. I don't really want to assert on this I event. So what I want is actually type goose ignore schema. Was it type goose? Actually, it's probably mongoose ignore no schema for property. Strict. Okay. So no, do not set to false unless you have a good reason. We do have a kind of good reason, I think. Which is we actually don't really care about the format. Or actually I'm just lazy. And we also don't know how this will extend in the future. Mm-hmm. 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 Isn't wait, what? Type goose array property. Property. Type maps to string. Explicitly define. This is implicitly defining it. We do see those errors. If we actually start the server, did it just say Mongo? Interesting. Adventure schema. Now it's interesting. It doesn't even include the battle module, but TypeScript is still trying to compile it. Okay. Never mind. Don't mind me. So right here, I think we want strict false, which means we actually don't care about schema. Yeah. Which might be foolish, but I think for now I want the flexibility of just writing into the database whatever I want, essentially. Okie dokie. So now we have this type goose module, and we have, oh no, we don't have it yet. This, how do we use strings with type goose? Sorry, arrays. Array example. Oh, you have to define references. Nested as string form is useful to avoid unintuitive errors due to circular dependency. What if we just stringify it? I think we just stringify it. Do we have a pre-process? Yes, we do. Sweet. Let's do this. I want a string array. Essentially, so strings one times have string array to string. This one looks promising. So we have, oh, what did I just do? Oh, okay. What is it? .none. Wait, what is it? Interesting. That's a property from type goose, apparently. Do we have it exported here? No. Store string, but runtime actually as string array. No, that's not what we want, sorry. We want an actual string array. Arrays. Array item types can't be automatically inferred via reflect. Do we do it like this? Is that it? So we just say this is a string array. Get as string, save as, get a string array, save as string. It's also not what we want. How do we actually save arrays? Type goose save array property. Ah, this looks good. Except that we use string, of course. So now that's the log. We, however, have actually at runtime, we want this one. We use set to have, let's see, to convert our values, which are event values, to strings, stringify of value. That's what we call it, event. And then we use get to get the event, and then we say json.parse the event. And this must be a, what comes out as a string. There's no initializer and it's not explicitly defined. Then we also want a default to be empty array. And we also say here you have an empty array. There we go. Okay. I wonder whether that will work. It's store as array of strings, get as event array. Yeah. It's crazy enough that it actually might work. Okay, from here on, we need a service. We do need a service, which is called battle.service.ts. And where's our adventurer service? We just copy and paste from there, and then we remove pretty much everything. And see what is left. Remove everything. We call this event, sorry, not event service, but battle log service, battle service, I suppose. It's a battle which comes from .battle.schema, perfect. And it is this dude becomes a battle model and is of type battle. There we go. You don't have this. We have the battle here. And I guess that's about it. I suppose, huh? So this one is, let's just call it saved. Duplication errors. I don't think we ever have duplication errors. So let's just ignore all of these. And let it bubble up. All right. Now, from here, we also need let's see, we don't really need a DTO. All we need is an object. So we call it create battle DTO. Actually, that's just the log, huh? Yeah, that's just the log. So we just create a new battle model, and with that we say battle.log equals log. And then we save it, and that's about it. Then we do find by an ID. Let's just say find all. How did we do it in adventure service? Find all and find one. Okay, let's call it find all. Then we just say this dot battle model dot find execute. And I think we do have to write the parentheses, but we don't. Okay, perfect. Okie dokie. Now, will this work? I have actually no idea. We also need a controller, battle.controller.ts. And we have to fit everything together, which means I think here we need a battle service. Battle module. We don't need to export it just yet. We do need the controller though. Battle controller. Export. I think we can also copy and paste that from the adventurer. It's actually, let me see. NestJS. There is one interesting thing that I wanted to try out. We can immediately get a REST endpoint by doing the following. CRUD generator. At post, you see the generated controller. Generate the generator. It doesn't work currently for whatever reason. And then it generates our modules, it generates the user resolver, it generates, okay, in GraphQL, but you can also do it with, they have an example output for REST endpoints. No, they don't. But they generate the server, these are the DTOs, the entity. Okay. And the module, they update. But that would be great if we were allowed to use that right now. But for whatever reason, the Oh, that's so annoying that the CLI is not working. Well, I guess we just have to do it manually. Because, well, that's just how life goes sometimes. Battles. We call this one battles. We call this one a battle service. And we import it from /battles. That's definitely what we need. We also need to have find all. And we want to have a get DTO, which is for us, it's called get battle DTO. And anything else, find one, we don't have. We don't really have post. We also don't really have update. We probably do want delete just to have it somewhat easier later, but for now, I think we're fine with just this. Why do you work? Battles. Oh, okay. Now it's erroring. I was confused there for a second. So now we have a get battles.dto or get battle.dto.ts. And can again copy and paste pretty much. Get battle DTO. We get this from the, not from the domain, but from the schema. We call this one battle. Although we do not have any of this, we just have battle.log. And that's it. And then we have the log right here, which is a event array. Okie dokie. Well, having this get battle DTO is kind of useless because it does nothing extra, but whatever. Find all doesn't return anything. Return. Look at the adventurer service. Yeah, we just forgot the return. There was a wrong import. Now it's corrected. Okay. Now all of this code we could have pretty much generated instead. Oh, that would be very, very nice. Now we have to put things together, which means we have to import the battle controller here. Nope, that's not it. Did I misname it? Yeah, it's still called adventurer controller. That's the dark truth about copy and paste. You do make a lot of copy and paste errors. So we have the module, we have the service, we have the database, we have the controller. I think now we can just, no, we still have to run it somehow. We do have the listener, right, on the chatbot service. I think we have this listener, so we can just subscribe ourselves again, like we did with the WebSockets. And with this, we get all the updates again and again and again, which is pretty coolio. So what we want to import here imports. We want to import, is it not imports? Up there it is already defined. We want the chatbot, the module that we include, or the we also have to export. Definitely we have to export the chatbot. That's going to be important, and then I think we just import the chatbot module, if I'm not mistaken, and not the service specifically. So to everybody who just joined, welcome into the stream. We're currently working a bit on the backend side of this fun little game. You get one of the characters and control it from Twitch chat. And other than that, these are Final Fantasy style, Final Fantasy 6, or like the old ones, where everything is turn-based, and the monster attacks, then we attack, then the monster attacks, then we attack, and so on. And all your progress is actually persisted on the backend, which means we can play across multiple streams in particular, and then level up and get some money and find some gear and have persistent or permadeath kind of style, as well as, I don't know, buy gear with the money that we find from the monsters, and so on. And we are working on the back end. So essentially what we're doing architecturally, we calculate everything on the back end, reacting to events coming from Twitch chat, or to messages coming from Twitch chat. We calculate everything on the back end and put it into these I events that we have here, which just contains the data. Mace Grace, good to see you. Welcome back in. It's fine. Thanks for joining in. I'm very happy that you're here. So I was just about to repeat kind of what we're actually doing. So we have these events, which we then kind of have as a long history, and judging from the events, we can exactly replicate what kind of things happened, and we can reproduce everything essentially. Event sourcing style. We also send these events already to the front end and render according to that. So for example, this here is from one of those battles, where, for example, we had a join event for TypeScript Tea Time, which is me, and we had a join event for the animal Sasha. We also had a ambush event for this dark mantle. The graphic is wrong, which started everything at all. And we probably had some attacks, which were together with damage-taking events. So you see that the Dark Mantle is actually already half dead. And now we want to actually persist the battle log and expose it on the API level, on the HTTP level, so that it's just easier to grab everything instead of just having it as a stream. Yep, that's about it. And we did write a lot of these controllers. Usually I would just generate most of this stuff with the help of the Nest CLI, but for whatever reason it says no thank you. I don't work today, and tells me to shut up and write it manually. Now we have the battle, we have create, and we have find. Now if we start the server, which is already running, and we go into test.http, for example, we go down here to get battles. I can say get http://localhost, whatever, battles. Thank you, Copilot. Ice-T. And if we save and send this request, we should see a list of objects, except that in this case there are actually no objects already. Not found, cannot get. /battles. We do not include the module in the app module. That's why. There we go. So that's one bug down. Now we get an empty array, which is correct. Now, let me see. Ideally, I would just test this now, but how easy is that actually? I can probably just say something like battle controller. We just say add get test, and then we say async create, and we say await this.battles.create, and we need to give it an array of events, right? Yes. So const battle equals this guy. Does it actually return it? Yes, it does. Perfect. Then we say return get battle DTO dot of battle. And now we give it just a history. So for example, type, we say monster appeared, and we say comma monster. What's your favorite DnD monster, Mace Grace? Tell me, and I will put it right there, because it's now attacking us. And then we probably have a join event. After that, we have a member. For example, Mace, the funny one, whichever you like, or an epic one. Just give me anything. Let's say you have 99999 HP and your max HP is actually 100,000. Is that enough zeros? Yes. Save. Why don't you like this? Because it's an object. So name the thing that a beholder. Or we actually have that also on the front end. Those are with the ones with the big eye, right? I actually learned a lot about all those monsters by having this project and filling in this freaking list of monsters, of 190 monsters, plus minus 20. And looking at each and every one and giving it then a mimic. No, it's fine. Let's go with the beholder. There are also, by the way, did you know about that? There are different types of beholders. Beholder. There's also a death tyrant and a spectator. I think the death tyrant is the undead version of the beholder. And the spectator is another version of the beholder, because you can never have enough flying eyes. Yeah, I learned this thanks to writing this here. So how do we call it exactly? Beholder, like so. Then we give it some HP and an area. Let's say the void. Thank you. And we say comma HP. Maybe this many. And we have a join event, and we have, let's say, Mace's Grace here, and we have TypeScript T time also joining T time. And then we maybe have is it called a tag event? adventurer, just an attack by an attacker. Maybe mace is grace. HP equals, or what is it? Target is beholder, and is monster is false, because you are not a monster. That's the attack. And now if we have one more, just for the lols, we want to have the damage received event, which means that I think it's a target. We have some damage. You do 7,306, damn it. I think an undead beholder is a zombie beholder. Or maybe it might depend on the DnD version. I think I've looked at 5th edition most of the time, because that's the result that you get from Google. Is it like this, or did we HP left minus minus a lot? We can make math. I can do math. I can math. Plus 263. Thank you. Ice-T. Is monster true? Because this time the target's the beholder. Or the beholder is the one receiving the damage. Let's see whether that actually works. I'm very curious. Now it automatically rebuilt, and now we can just say test create battle. We say get HTTP what he says / create / test is what I called it. Man, Ice-T is today is again, he's really doing its thing. Thank you, Ice-T. Something happened. Definitely something happened. Now the question is, does it actually exist in the database now? How do we find out? We can just get all the battles. It works! Yeah! It works! I also have a lot of HP apparently. Because I just copy and pasted. Sweet! So, I think we can now make it automatic. Making it automatic means we have the... Who's actually responsible for it? I suppose the service. We have the service subscribe to the chatbot, like we did here, to do fixed type. Whatever. Where's our battle service? Battle schema, battle service. So we can use the infrastructure again that we already have. So we need a private read-only chatbot, whatever. Like so. And then we need to subscribe to the chatbot. Because it's duplicated, that's half of the equation here. My bad. Oh, wrong key. And then we want Sorry, I got a call there. We want to have the battle one hit, I suppose. Welcome to the stream, welcome to our tea time. enjoy your cup of tea. Here you go. It's a hot beverage. What kind of tea are you drinking right now? Or what kind of hot beverage? We are doing NestJS currently, together with our frontend that we have written in PhaserJS. And frontend and backend actually communicate via WebSockets. And we also have everything is so the battles are actually we can play around. Maybe, yeah, as soon as I have this running again, we can maybe play around and then see. So give me 5 to 10 more minutes to find out what we actually need to do here. We somehow need an identifier which battle is currently going on, right? I suppose. Oh, that's not ideal. That's not ideal anymore. I have an idea. We can do something like this. We say private battle, and it tracks itself if a battle is going on. Oh, let's call it log. No, it's actually the battle. And it tracks whether one battle is actually going on. Essentially, we're now doing event-driven architecture again, like the third time. And what we do is we need a private function here, which is for the most part append logs, I suppose. And I think we can pretty much copy everything from the gateway. There we go. So it receives event logs and then does something with it. Okay, perfect. So now if log, so the very simple version is this.battle.push ... logs. But now comes the hard part. This needs to be, I think this needs to be an object with an ID, which is a string, and a log, which is this little dude. Or it can actually be null. And by default, it is null. So what we're trying to, just to give a small heads up, what we're trying to do is, as you see on the new to-do list that we have since this week, we want to expose the battles on /get/battles, so that we can also look at them in hindsight and not only while they are actually running. And we want to actually also persist them. And so actually we have two doings, and we work on them kind of together. That one. And now is the part, so we can actually persist, we can actually expose, or we do actually expose. That one's pretty much done, but we also have to essentially listen to battle events and auto persist. And that's the part where this event-driven architecture comes in again. Because the chatbot exposes its logs, so it exposes the battle and what happens in the battle, essentially via callbacks, and then, or observer pattern, whatever you want to call it. And now we can do something like this. we append the logs. This is this might be null. So if it is not null, not defined, we say this dot battle dot save const battle or saved equals this dot battle dot, actually just this dot create, and we create a new one because we have not persisted it yet. Why does that not work? Oh, because I need to provide the parameter. So now we create a new database battle object and we call it saved, and we say this is the point where we probably want to say something like this dot battle equals id save.id, and the log is save.log, which automatically is empty, and we have to say await, otherwise everything will be broken. So now we have the unique identifier, because that's what I was aiming for. I was aiming for this unique identifier for the battle, and now battle is actually defined. Sweet TypeScript. Sweet TypeScript. Now you actually know that this is actually now defined. Sweet TypeScript. Thank you. And we can push the logs. And then, once we've done that, we have to save them again. That said, why do we not have this? And then we just say this dot battle is that one. And now we save it again. This dot battle dot save. Why does save not exist? There it is. Why not? It is a slightly different type. Let's see. It is a document type of battle. That's what we want. It's a document type of battle, and we have to import the document type, which it cannot find. Damn it. Return value of battle service at position create, return type, and now it's a promise, and now we have to say awaited, and now we can make awaited slightly more complicated. So type awaited equals let's see. So it takes a generic type, then we say t extends promise of infer some other type u, then u, otherwise never. Okay. So what this does is, if you take awaited of a promise of a string, that's just the same as saying you take the string. It looks terrible. It's slightly complicated, but this infer is actually pretty useful. So now battle is actually a document type of battle. The problem was that I was not able to actually get this imported, unfortunately. Okay. And now save works. Perfect. I think we did it. I think we did it. So when the server starts, it will subscribe to all the log messages. And as soon as a battle starts, okay, we also have to create that one. Yeah, let's see. As soon as a battle starts, we get a log. We get a, I think, ambush event. And that's where this function gets called automatically. And it sees, oh, we are not in a battle yet, but we have this function called, which means, okay, now I create a new battle. And it persists it in the database. And also appends the log. Why do I make it this complicated? And call it twice. I think we can just do this, right? Just do logs. And otherwise, we push them and then we save. Is it better now? Well, I don't know. So if there is no battle, we create it. Otherwise, there is a battle, then we append essentially the new logs to the battle, and then we save it again. And that should work. Event driven. Let's try it. So this is also the moment where you actually see how everything, what we're actually working on. Particular one-hitter, because Mace is kind of one of our regulars, so he already knows more about the project than I do, probably. We can do, there we go. I will now type ambush into the chat. And so here are the rules. Ba-bams. I will type ambush into the chat. And that was slightly too fast, Mace. you have to join again. You were just a millisecond too fast. I'm actually dead. Great. Yeah, you can now !join into the battle, and we will fight this war rat, which actually looks pretty darn terrible. So !join into the chat, and then you can !attack, or any string that contains !attack. It will then attack. But I see that we broke it apparently. We can't save the same doc multiple times in parallel. We've forgotten a wait here. Yeah. So you have to defeat the monster because I cannot. Can I actually attack if I'm dead? I can attack. !to do. Disallow actions when dead. Desperately attack. Yeah, !attack, just like Mace's Grace, and then you hit the war rat, and hopefully it dies. At this point we basically do a I think a 1 in 20. It's still alive, by the way. It looks like it has I think it has 1 HP left, probably. There it is. There it's dead. Now it's dead. We see here it had exactly 0 HP left. Apparently there's another bug. !to do. Monster dies on 0 HP. Attack to kill it. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. Let me change that. Monster dies on less or equal 0 HP, and then I need to refresh. Was that the command? Yes, perfect. So other than that, it looked pretty okay-ish. The only issue that we have is it cannot save in parallel. Maybe that's just because we forgot to await right here. So the good thing is sorry, you cannot see anything. There we go. So I forgot this, the await here. Yeah, and that's pretty much our project. Just to finish that one. All of it is persisted, so we can play multiple rounds. So for example, if I get now all of our adventurers, you see here all the heroes that already fought with us. And here are you. You also have 100 XP, and at level, I think at 300 XP you reach level 2. And at this point, level 2 does nothing, but it will do something. Expect it to do something. Also, your HP are actually persisted, so Mace's Grace should have been hit here. Oh, he only has 37 HP left. That's also one thing that I want to do in the probably next episode, that we can heal each other. And you can only heal another person. Because that's more fun, right? You can only heal another person. And so we kind of have an interaction between each other, which is more fun than just typing !attack. Yeah, and then you level up, you get stronger. At some point we might actually add, I don't know, items, drops, and I'm thinking about actually having because this is kind of a multimedia project, and we're looking at a lot of stuff like databases. We did some DevOps. We do a lot of NestJS backend, which is sits on top of Express. We do PhaserJS on the front end side. And wouldn't it be cool to have it exposed during the stream to the public internet, and you can, with the help of maybe Twitch login, I'm not sure whether that's the thing or whether that's so easily possible, that you can actually see your own character. Oh, I have a better idea. You can see your own character in a browser, in a React app, because we don't have a React app yet. And as this is we're basically playing around and showing a lot of technologies and doing nerd stuff. We have this React app is one idea where you can see all your equipment and how many, I don't know, how many money you have, how much money you have, and then you can also see maybe a market and start, with the help maybe again of Twitch chat, I don't know, ! buy item, and then you give the ID of the item or the name of the item, and then you can equip it also from Twitch chat ideally, because this avoids the problem of having authentication. Authentication can be hard, although we can try it, and then probably only do kind of more or less client. So the authentication has to be on the back end. So that's one issue that I'm thinking about also. Yeah, that's the large project that we are having fun with. And it's getting more and more interesting. I mean, look at it. By now we have this. Originally it looked exactly like what I'm going to call now, which is this. Monster appeared, whatever. And maybe just let me call this in the browser. The wrong one. Why? New. There we go. Here we have the log. And we probably also have... We don't see the ID. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever works. We see that we had a fight against a war rat inside of a city. It had 21 HP at the beginning. TypeScript T-Time joined with his minus 17 HP. Well, Maces Grace joined. Maces Grace actually started attacking the war rat, and the war rat took 18 damage from him. No, wait. Oh, the war rat attacked. Sorry, the war rat attacked Maces Grace, and Maces Grace took 18 damage, leaving him with 57 HP left. Then Maces Grace did a revenge attack, and originally we basically had just this, and we even had less. We basically just console logged everything. I didn't think authentication would be worth the trouble for now. Yeah. Currently it's still out of scope, and we have bigger fish to fry. I think so too. But it would be interesting to have work on authentication. What you would essentially do is you implement OAuth and then get only the identity of only the username, essentially. Hopefully that actually works. From Twitch, and everything else is hidden. Everything, any other data. That might be possible. Other than that, we can avoid all of that by just using Twitch chat, which I think might actually be the better solution, because we don't have... Well, it's a solution, let's say. It's a solution. It might not be the best, but it is a solution. Other than that, it worked pretty much, right? There is still this you cannot call save multiple times error that we just had. So let's fight again now that we have save actually awaited. Maybe that fixes it. Exclamation mark ambush. That's not it. Where is... in OBS, okay. There we go. Did you start already? wait, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but the ambush hasn't started. Yeah, by the way, you are actually able to start an ambush, Mace. So, yeah, I think I have to give myself some HP back here. Where am I? Here. Let's give myself like 75 HP. There we go. Exclamation mark, join the battle. It still shows the promise rejection. Can't save the doc multiple times in parallel. Why not? Should be. And actually it's awaited. Why is it not? How often is this function called? Console.log new date.getTime. Or just new date dot to ISO string, I suppose. Yeah, let's finish this one off. Did we defeat it? No, it still has like 1 HP again, I think. Yeah, it has 1 HP left. So then, if I'm attack its head. Congratulations, you did it. The monster is dead. The Arakocra, which is kind of this bird person. Good job, everybody, and thanks for the playthrough. We still unfortunately haven't solved the parallel save error, which confuses me. Mongoose cannot parallel save. Can save the same dog multiple times in parallel. Yeah, exactly. Blah 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 blah. You have to create new instances of leak each time. Let's see. So they just save all, which is fair enough. That's fair enough. Interestingly, it does save everything, right? We didn't see any, sorry, that's the microphone there. We didn't see any missing logs as far as I can tell. The question is, why? Probably. We have a few events that are basically called right after each other. For example, yeah, I kind of get it. For example, this attack event and the damage received event are pretty much at the same time. The problem is the callback is asynchronous. So what happens is we call on this attack, we call it once, maybe I make it slightly larger. We call it once, and pretty much at the same time, like maybe a millisecond later, we immediately call the damage received and we call save again, because the whole append log function is called again. And that's probably what causes it. So what we can do to do this is have a queue instead. We make it we kind of have a worker queue, and each queue element actually gets called one after another. Let me think here. Yeah, maybe private save or save queue, which is an array of promises. Apparently it must be any. And we initialize it to empty. Now, so is the problem clear? I hope it is. Basically, we call it too close to each other because this the observer is asynchronous. Even awaiting it like this So inside of this method, everything is fine. The problem is that append logs gets called multiple times and it gets called asynchronously, which makes calls to this .save, the battle.save, and those then become asynchronous. So what we can do, did we just they have all data. What we want is okay. I think I have an idea. We do the following. We say set interval of this dot save how do we do this? But the problems are only those that get called right after each other, right? Oh, that's actually complicated. So let's give this one a try. So we call this one maybe every second. And every second we do or maybe we just call we just save every second if we have something new. Maybe let's try this. We just say has updated or has changed is false at the beginning, and we say so when we start, everything is fine. If has changed, then no, wait. This dude, it just pushes. Wait. I have to. It's almost working. Let us stage all of this first of all. All of this, perfect. So now we can remove stuff. So I will not save immediately, but instead we call set interval, and we poll. We want to poll, let's say every second, or maybe every 10 seconds. And what we do is if almost if it has changed. If it has changed, we call this .battle.save. And then we reset the has changed value. Other than that, when we append logs, we definitely say this .has changed is true. And now, so we just append to the logs all the time, except for at the very beginning. And mark it as yes, you have changed. And if it has changed, we also have kind of a cron job running, which every 10 seconds will look whether it has changed. And if so, it will save it. avoiding too many updates. And then it marks it as, okay, we have flushed everything. You are not changed anymore until something comes in again. I think that works. Want to try it? Want to give it a try? Want to give it a try? Oh, you want to give it a try? I want to give it a try. Exclamation mark ambush into the chat as soon as I reload this page, and then we do. There's a night hack. Join the battle. Now, if we start attacking, this is always, I think, where we saw the errors. Yeah, this time it works. This time it seems to work. Sweet, 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 sweet. So, why? Yep. It looks good. It looks good. So let's flee here. Flee. And I think that's about it. Sweet. So that said, let us make at least a comment here. Avoid promise rejection, which is essentially this little friend of us here. Can't save, parallel save error. Avoid Mongo error. Can't save. Yeah. Promise rejection. By only saving every X seconds if the document has changed. Sweet. So that's one down again. That we do want to commit probably this one. And I think here we can say now, well, we say, give it a commit message, and we say E23. Yeah. Add persist messages, persist battle log on the run while fighting. Kind of like this. What is an issue right now? So I think we have it done, which is the expose, and we have actually a done the persist battles. What we do not have is allow persistence, or battle persist allows multiple battles in a row. That's a new to-do that comes in. Mark that one. And that's what we need to do, I think, about here as well as here. So what happens if one battle finishes? I think we need to listen to those events. Which means if logs.includes, let's say event maps to event.type equals GitHub Copilot again already thinks of ending stuff. So if it includes, can we get some auto-completion here, please? Why not? Why not, my friend? It should autocomplete. Is E correctly typed? E has an any type. Why? Logs is an I event. Why is E of any type? Because it, okay. What I want is find. Sorry. E.type equals. So either the party killed or logs.find party joined. Not quite. We want monster killed. This is to say, this is essentially saying, can I extract that to a constant? Thank you. Battle ended. If the battle ended, then what? We persisted one more time. We persisted one more time. Oh, I think this is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. We need another dirty flag here. Private has ended equals false. Because the persistence is now asynchronous, I don't think we have another way of actually... Wait. We do. All we need to do is do the following. We instead do it here. If it has changed, we save one more time. This dot battle dot log. Question mark. And then we say this dot battle question mark dot log dot find. Okay. So, oh, there's actually an error here. This needs to be outside. Theseus, welcome to our tea time. Good to have you. Here, have some tea. Here you go. This is for you. I actually also, my cup is pretty much empty. We are building a lot. We are actually, so the main idea is having tea and doing some TypeScript. The main idea is having battles, Final Fantasy style turn-based battles in Twitch chat. So you control a character like this little dude. Animal Sasha was playing with me the other day. And we get attacked by a monster on screen, so it will look like kind of like this. You saw it there for just a second. Usually the monster is not there. But when that happens, we can actually fight the monster, and the cool stuff now comes. It persists because we're also building. So the rendering we actually build with PhaserJS or Phaser 3. We persist all of your progress, which means we also build the backend for it using NestJS. This is what we're working on currently, most of the time, and all of the code is actually running there. All the game logic, listening to Twitch chat and your commands, and what else? Yeah, that's kind of a multimedia project spanning multiple platforms to learn and have some fun and do some cool stuff. So I want to end the battle right here, which means right now I do this. And that's it. And then we say this dot battle. Wait. There's one more thing here. Wait. Oh, we don't need this one. This the battle ended equals 0, null. And that's, I guess, it. What we can maybe do, in order to not do this on init, we do it instead manually on the first append. So kind of async. Well, kind of async. We kind of want private start save on interval, or save regularly. In background. Man, this is a terrible name. What is a better name for this? Start save daemon, maybe. Start save daemon. Wait. It's called. This is the right typing, right? I think this is the right. Yeah, daemon. That's the right typing. So, and we call this as soon as we start the battle. This dot start save daemon, and we have to control this because we don't want to run it forever, right? We actually want to end it here. So save daemon equals null. And we have this little dude here, and we call it node.js dot interval timeout. Wait, what do you return? Node.js dot timeout. So, and this dude is null in the beginning, so it needs to be or null. Save. Yeah. So yeah, thesis. What are you up to? What are you learning currently? And what are you usually programming? I'm very curious to find out. As well as one-hitter. I'm always curious what you guys are up to, because I am always amazed about what kind of people are on Twitch and watching coding streams. So we have the save daemon. We also need to this dot save daemon equals daemon. Here we set it, and once the battle ended, we reset it. And that's it. The value is never... right. We also have to... So if this dot save daemon, then we need to clear the interval. Wait. No, we don't do that here. We just do it here, right? clear interval this dot save daemon. Why do you not work? You are definitely a valid value. Yeah, null is not assignable to type timeout. But we call it inside of set timeout. So, well, I would say in this case exclamation mark, but we can also just say if this dot save daemon throw new error, this should not happen. Did you assign save this dot save daemon? Question mark. Why does it wait, what? Ah, if not. Okay. Phew. That's slightly complicated, to be honest. That's slightly complicated logic. Maybe we can pull this one out into a method. Private battle ended. We just say get, and then we can say here this dot battle ended, and everything is fine. What are you complaining about? Okay, let's just send it there. Perfect, 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 perfect. Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely not the most obvious one. But it definitely works, and it's encapsulated enough that I say that's okay-ish. Sweet. Yep, I like it. Actually, can probably do something like 5,000 then. So we don't run into the problem that probably maybe we show it still on stream, but I save already, and then it's losing half of the data because it hasn't saved in the last 9 seconds. Okie dokie. I think that's about it. Well, that was definitely a complicated one here. Definitely not the most trivial one we ever had. We have a short interval. I think we can reduce this even further. How expensive is saving? Maybe let's say 3. If it's 3 seconds, everything should be fine. So let me do just one more round. Exclamation mark, try another. And you can actually play with me. Once more, exclamation mark, ambush. Bam. Nothing happened. Ah, did I close the server? Yeah, I did. Okay. My bad. And another exclamation mark, ambush. I was too fast. The server wasn't up yet. One more exclamation mark, ambush. It's not much of an ambush anymore. There's a ghost. Ooh, it's scary. Mace is great. Already. Wow, you're so fast. Joining behind Mace. There we go. And already attacking. Yeah, so if you want to play with us, exclamation mark join into the chat. And then you can start attacking. So exclamation mark join it is. Here are the rules again. Whamms. And as soon as you have joined, you can start attacking. Yeah, particular thesis and one hitter, 332 or strawberries. I call. Is it okay if I call it strawberries? I can pronounce that. So strawberries ! Join into the chat, and then you can fight together with us and get some damage like me just now. I have like 18 HP left. We definitely need your help. Mace's Grace is about to die. He only has 19 HP left. You cannot really see that from the image. You only get a rough idea thanks to the health bar, but I can currently see the numbers here. So join into the chat, and then attack. Otherwise, Mace's Grace is probably. Ooh, that was a lucky one. Probably. We do. Can I join a second time? You cannot anymore. That's the bug that we fixed today. Bams! Hitting it with 17. You cannot join a second time. We can now start another ambush, I think, and we can try that. The front end doesn't actually clear the characters. I was just testing it. Yeah, we actually fixed that today. Up to today, you were able to, up until now, you were actually able to join again. This time it works because it's a second battle. And actually it's just a kind of front-end rendering issue that we actually might want to fix that. To do on new battle clear front end. Something like that. Yeah. So I will close this battle and I will close the localhost here. And we can, I think, just as a test now, let us look at the latest battle. I close the server. Now the question is, what's the timestamp? Maybe we should include that one. I think we should include it inside of the battles. We do have the battle controller. I think all we need to do, the DTO. All we need to do is have this little dude have another property called public. So it is a string and it's called created at, I think. Then we say comma, battle.created at. Does not exist on type battle. What we can do instead is we can take a and created at string. We save that and we see you are failing. Document type doesn't have this property. Document type dot wait, it should have, doesn't it? Save, update. It doesn't. I think there's a kind of a default property in Mongoose, so what I want to see is that everything worked. And what I need to know for that is the timestamp. Mongoose expose created at if true, there was something created at timestamps defaults to false. Okay. So we need to go into our, how do we actually do that? It's in the options, which means we have to do that on the module level, I think. On the module level, we say timestamps true. And then it adds automatically, but we also have to define it here, I think. Public, wait, this is definitely wrong. We have 2 times at prop. That's definitely a bug. We now should have, so timestamp created at which is automatically set. And is it a string? I think it might be a string, it might be a date object. Let's just do this, I suppose. And we can also say updated at. Set by Mongoose. Maybe there's type goose updated or created at timestamps. So we can probably just say extends timestamps. Like so. Except that the import is terrible. Doesn't expose it. Well, I guess then this is how it goes. And now we see it's a date. It's a date, so we have to parse it. Whoa! Sweet! Jason Engsthoff! I was watching your stream yesterday again. Thank you for joining, Great-ass. Welcome in, welcome in. We are doing some TypeScript and we're drinking a lot of tea. Cheers, everybody. And what we are working on is this little game, which we can play in just a second, probably. Actually, we should play immediately. So you actually see what's going on. I just have to fix like one little TypeScript error here, because this is now a date, and this is also a date, and then we save, and hopefully everything is fine. So what we're working on and playing actually is you can play one of these characters via Twitch chat. Pretty cool. And we have like Final Fantasy, so I'm a very big Final Fantasy fan. Like I played too many, so 7 to 12 definitely. 6, most of it, except that my game state it died on the last boss. We have TypeScript errors. Mate, it's great. I appreciate you trying, but we have TypeScript errors that we have to fix just very quickly. So I think we just do this, and then we make this one go away and this one as well. And now no TypeScript errors. Perfect. So let us play around, everybody. There we go. We are in this beautiful, there we go, in this beautiful, nice area. And now when we start, while we walk through this, all of a sudden, so we are all in one party, it's a displacer beast. And now everybody !join into the chat, !join. So here are the rules. You do !join into the chat, and then you get one of those characters, as you can see there. So the problem is Mace's Grace and me are pretty much dead already, but you have all of the... Yeah, just type !join, and then your character will appear also on screen. And as soon as you have done that, so the monster will attack every, I think, 30 seconds. And we also, so it's turn-based, we can attack whenever the monster has attacked with one attack. And yeah, you have a bow. Sweet, we also have, it's random, but we have 3 times the same character. Now, if you do !attack, then yeah, your character actually starts hitting and beating on the monster. Well, because we weren't so many people, I wasn't expecting to be raided by Jason Langsdorff. We kind of put down the HP of the monsters to 21 HP. But we can, let's do another battle with more HP, because then it's getting more fun. Let's give it like 100. And then we have to refresh one of them. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Refresh this image here. And now we play once more, one more round, and this time the monster actually has... Wait, sorry. Let's give it... I'm getting bold here. We give it 200 HP. And if we do this, we do another ambush. Let's get another image, because we had this one just now. !ambush once more. We have a beholder. By the way, this is the favorite monster of Mace's Grace, actually. Pretty scary, and it just ambushed us. And now we can !join again into the chat. And your character will again appear on screen. And you can start attacking. !attack. You can also do something more fun, like I walk behind the beholder and !attack it. This also works, and babs! Not that it actually does it, but it makes more it makes nicer roleplay, definitely. I'm about to die. I think Mace's Grace, you died. Sorry about that one. And we haven't. So one of the next goals, by the way, is building healing, so we can actually heal each other. Yeah, sorry, Mace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. We will attack. We will avenge you ferociously. How do you write ferociously? I think this is 1 OU too much. And then what do we have here? Yeah, so whoever wants to, when somebody else wants to join, !join first into the chat, and then you can start attacking with !attack. First of all, you have to join, so you have your character on screen. So attack the beholder. Behold! Doesn't I think Jason Langsdorff has this behold? It's a bucket, right? So it's great that we have the beholder here on stream. There. Behold, it's an attack. It does have 200 HP is pretty much. Am I still alive? No, I died just now. Damn it. So you have to kill it. You have to kill it. Can I actually still attack? I think I can still. Can I still attack when I'm dead? I'm not sure. Maybe that's a bug. But it's losing health. It has like 45 HP left. It attacks stronger. A few more hits, you guys can do it. Or the other viewers can actually !join also. Mace and me are kind of dead for now. Until we give ourselves new HP. So the cool thing here is all of your progress actually gets persisted. So if you come in next stream, you still have your HP left, which is of course more of a problem, but it's also more fun. You level up, so each monster that we actually defeat together gives us 100 XP currently, which means, and then I think at 300 or so HP you actually get a level up, and then you get stronger. Currently getting stronger is not implemented, but it should be easy enough to just take, for example, the roll your dice. So we roll a d20. It's dead! Rest in peace, beholder, and great job, everybody. Here, tea for everyone. Woo! We need some more, probably. You can also high five into the chat, HF. We did it. Good job, one. Seriously. And it's also great to just see it come to life with more people from my side. Where's my XP? Your XP, definitely one thing that we have to add is like a level up thing, probably. Your XP, so your XP is right here on the backend currently. If I go to localhost /adrian's engine. Could not find user Adrian's engine. Did I misspell you maybe? There we go. I put an S there where there isn't one. You actually already have 200 XP, so only one more fight and you have your first level up, and then you get yourself some more attack damage. You're also a lucky one. Not getting hit in a fight against the beholder is quite something. Where you're hiding behind EA developer, huh? I see what you did there. I see. But great job. We did it together. You also see, I think, Mace's Grace and me here having -2 HP now, and Mace's Grace -16. Well, we can just by using a post. So we have a REST API behind this. We can just give ourselves some more HP. There we go. And also Mace's Grace. There we go. You're already level 5, my friend. Sweet. Let's maybe, just because it would be boring to have those level ups without actually having having any benefit. Let's do so one thing that we can do, !done. We have done no, we don't have the multiple battles yet, but we can do. I actually composed a fanfare, but I cannot make it nice enough. So I'm playing the guitar, as you might see there in the background. I'm not sure, and it's not absolutely terrible, but I was not able to put it into 8-bit music yet, because that's just a must-have, I think, as well as the automated. So I'm not very good at transcribing nodes into actual, my play into actual nodes. That's definitely one thing that I have to train more. Increase, so one thing that I want to do is increase damage on level up, and we can do exclamation mark doing damage. There it is. We don't have the other one done actually, so I just gonna move that one. What do we? No, we have that done, right? Base, did we finish that one? I'm confused now. Let's just say we did it until we notice that we didn't. So inside of the adventurer schema right here, so we use essentially Mongoose, but it's type goose instead, which has, at least back in the day, had a better compatibility with TypeScript. By now, I would say you can just use plain old Mongoose instead. So Mongoose is schemas for MongoDB. MongoDB being a NoSQL database. And right here we have attack. There we go. So currently we do damage. So we roll a dice, a d20 essentially. And then we say +1 because it's zero based. What we can do here is plus this point level. Thank you, IceT. So IceT is our co-pilot. GitHub co-pilot is actually with us. And we don't want to take times, we don't want to take plus. And he's doing a great job, by the way. It's amazing what Copilot can actually do. And that's it. We increased our damage depending on the level. So for example, Basis Grace will now do more damage. I think we can just remove the +1 here. So now every level 1 character will just have a d20, and every level 5 character, for example, has a d20 +4. And so on and so on. Yeah, so doing some more damage. This also means, unfortunately, that the monsters now might start dying on the first hit. So far they had like 21 HP because you can only make 20 damage. So you can actually see something for debugging. I might just revert this change here. And now they have 21 again. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. We also had some architecturally. So we have the REST API on the one hand, to the NestJS backend, which talks to Mongoose and MongoDB. We also have so the front end is actually listening on WebSockets, so that it can have live updates using Socket.io. I think I did have. Let me see here for a second. Let me see. I think I did make a diagram at some point so that we can see what we're actually using. Architecture draw.io. That's the wrong one. There we go. Ta-da. Loading. Here we go. So the very simple architecture is we have our NestJS app. We render everything, and we listen to it via WebSocket, and we render with PhaserJS. PhaserJS being this awesome HTML5. Not sure which is the main page. I suppose this one. This HTML5 game engine. And we also have the HTTP, or the REST API essentially. We listen to Twitch chat via the help of TMI.js, if you haven't heard of that. Pretty cool library and very, very easy to use. Essentially, you just say, well, import it, listen to this chat, connect to it. And then you can already react to the, sorry, I want to share this link. And then you can already listen to any really chat. Yeah, and the MongoDB is, the backend is connected to MongoDB. In a more elaborate view, we actually have some more. We actually had some sessions, I think 1 or 2 on AWS as well, because our channel actually got sponsored with $300 for AWS. Thank you so much for the sponsors. So we deployed everything to AWS Fargate, which is essentially, so you put your NestJS app inside of a Docker container, and then you put the Docker container, like maybe you know Heroku, inside of Fargate. And so that it's actually also visible from the open internet, we had a load balancer in front of that, which connected to the NestJS app. Behind that, we had it powered by a DocumentDB, and all of this setup was actually done with the help of AWS CDK, which is also a pretty, so DocumentDB, by the way, just being the MongoDB version of AWS. And AWS CDK. So I'm doing some streams from time to time, but more of more spontaneously on DevOps and AWS as well. So yeah, all of that was deployed with AWS CDK. The front end was not deployed yet, but you would just put it inside of, a lot of tech underneath. We would just put it inside of a S3 bucket, and in the simplest case, you would just say, okay, this S3 bucket is public and it hosts a website, and then you can just get it. You can do more elaborate stuff, and we tried that partially successful with the help of Cloudflare, which is the content delivery network, so that the client is actually loaded even faster. So why is it so seemingly over-engineered? Originally, it really was, and we built this in the original version of our DnD fights in Twitch chat, which was just text-based, was in episode 2, and we only used TMI.js and really plain old HTML and a single JavaScript file. And I used a static web server to just host that. That was interesting enough. But then at some point we said, well, we want to learn more, and we started, some NestJS, and then we added Mongoose, and then we started adding the front end, and we wanted to connect to it, and we did it via WebSockets, and we also built the REST API. In the meantime, so I'm actually preparing for the AWS certification, which is currently, by the way, so there are multiple certifications for AWS. So AWS, by the way, Amazon Web Services is where you host all of your software essentially. And they have a bunch of certifications. And I'm aiming for the kind of second level so there's the base level, then they have the associate level, and then they have the professional level. I'm aiming currently for one of the associate level things in particular, because you get half the price. And I'm not getting sponsored probably for doing the kind of CM that the commercial that I'm currently doing here. I'm not getting sponsored for that. They sponsored us just for the lols, probably. Or because they are nice people. Yeah, so my learnings are mostly based on that and trying to understand this fun stuff. And also learnings AWS CDK. CDK, unfortunately, is not part of, so the cloud development kit is basically infrastructure as code. Interestingly, they don't really have it inside of their courses and their certifications. At least I haven't seen it yet. The cool part about AWS CDK is you can completely write TypeScript. And since we're the TypeScript time, right, we have to do that. And I also just like it. Compared to Terraform, the good thing about Terraform is it's descriptive. The bad thing about Terraform is the autocompletion is just oh, no, not working. Yeah, and I love autocompletion. I cannot really live without autocompletion. Yeah, so that's what we are working on. And yeah, currently most of the time currently working on these two levels. Today was more of a backend oriented level, so we did a lot on the backend with MongoDB and Mongoose and in our NestJS app. Yeah, so if you like it, we stream every Tuesday. Other than that, I'm pretty much done for today. We did 3.5 hours today again. I will just make this a commit here. So, and we have not exposed the timestamp. So that's to do expose battle timestamps. Let me add that as a to-do. And we will do that next time. So here we have E23 add, my bad. What did we actually add? So this one is actually adding levels increase damage. And then we have you I probably don't even need. You I probably also don't really need. But this one is actually just a refactor, episode 23. Refactor the save daemon. Battle service save daemon. There we go. Everything is on GitHub. So you can find it there. In particular, episode 7 is the one where actually everything is in episode 7 essentially, because that's where we started with this big project here. Did it? Yeah. And other than that, well, if you like it, leave a follow, and we see each other maybe sometime between tomorrow and, well, tomorrow probably not, but one of these days. And otherwise, our regular streams are Tuesdays, Central European Standard Time. Let me see, I think 13 o'clock. So it's GMT plus 2. And yeah, like today, 18 o'clock. Also GMT plus 2. Always doing until like 21 or 20. Thanks for everybody joining us. Thanks for the new follows. So, and thank you for the raid. So we have once again Offsec, One Hitter, Theseus, Strawbriars, EA developer Jason Langstorff, as well as Adrian Engine. thank you so much. And also, Macy's Grace, thank you always for your time. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, have a great evening. Enjoy your evening tea and have a good one. Let's see whether we can rate somebody. Rate somebody. Mr. MB Crump is online. So let's rate him. He's a pretty cool dude, working for Microsoft and doing a lot of. So I got to learn him for his security stuff. Right now, he's apparently doing Xbox One stuff. Let's see. I'm curious about what he's up to. See you. Goodbye, everybody.